you need to be balanced, because what's happening with this dude, I assume, is that sitting around getting like a pushover, like a doormat, people are kind of walking all over him, then all of a sudden he does an instant 180 and puts his foot down, right? And now you think that they're gonna do a 180. You think that they're gonna say, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh, sorry, Echo, I didn't know that offended you. I'm sorry." No, when you do that, they're like, "What's wrong with you, bro?"
You just started tripping.
Yeah, you're freaking out over nothing. So of course, when you stand your ground, they're gonna be shocked, right? Which is what you're saying happened. This is like no surprise at all. I don't know you, so it's hard for me to say. Some people just have a hard time dealing with when people harass them.
Yes.
Because I think the best thing to do when somebody makes fun of me is just to be like, yeah, good one. So you got to be careful. You don't want to be all hypersensitive. The other thing to remember is, man, when people are making fun of you, it's not like they hate you most of the time.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal. Like, people talk smack to each other, right? People talk smack to each other. And I guarantee, this is a good way to think about it. If someone talks smack to you, and then you both leave, let's say it's at work, you go home, the other person that was talking smack goes home. Carry on with your life. Yeah. Don't get all tied up about what these other people are thinking of you. It's not that big of a deal. No one's sitting around thinking about it. It's a perception that we have that the whole world revolves around us and that people are sitting around thinking about us all the time. It's like they're not thinking about you all the time. They don't care. They're at home. There's not too many people that are actually thinking about you all the time. Especially if they're making fun of you, like they're not thinking about that all the time. Yeah. So just relax, take a wrap off, and just, try and have a little bit less tension, and and try and learn to growl a little bit, or at least protect your space a little bit. Yeah. And these are kind of contradictory things that I'm saying. One of them's like, hey, laugh at it. The other one's like, kind of learn to growl a little bit. I would say the first method is better. The first method is like, hey, just laugh it off. Don't worry about it. These people aren't thinking about you. They don't care. If you start freaking out about this stuff, it's going to drive you crazy. So
yeah, man.
So be careful. Don't freak out about stuff. If you have to, learn to stand your ground a little bit, but don't just start snapping. I think about times in my life, like when I was younger, and someone would stand their ground on me or whatever, and I'd be like, what are you talking about? I'd be the exact person that you're talking about saying, what are you talking about, man? Like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Why are you freaking out right now?
Yeah.
And they're like, you always say stuff like that. And maybe I'd put together like, okay, maybe I do make fun. Whereas now that I'm older, if someone was to freak out like that on me, I would instantly recognize, think to myself like, you know what? I probably do things that I shouldn't. I probably, I kind of ride this person and that's why they're freaking out right now.
Yeah.
A little bit more aware of my impact.
Yeah. But in a way you sort of had to, I mean, I'm sure you're sort of familiar with this, even like painting that picture. It's like, it's obvious you're familiar with this, but when it's happening to you, you're kind of not. But then if you have to go back and do like some investigation of your whole like relationship with a person to understand, okay, now I see how that could have been interpreted back last year, and then maybe 3 months ago, and then maybe last week, and then like right now, okay, I'm after, then but it doesn't compute naturally, So if you do that, the escalating dog thing, it'll be more clear, I think. Yeah,
and only be an escalated dog. Only escalate the dog scenario if you can't just have a good time with it and relax and not worry about it.
Yeah.
Which is the primary goal.
Yes.